Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang in California with Morsels of Thought number 1521. I have for you some more books, and we have today Jen Plessis, America's Mortgage Mentor, Launch How to Take Your Business to New Heights, forward by Michael J. Marr, Seven Levels of Communication. Now, she has given me two books. So I'll show you the Ying to Your Success, Lady Jen. Okay, to read for morsels of a thought. Yay! Yay, 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 yay. We are going to read it. I'm going to put the cover back on this one because you can't see it. And we are going to read the cover first. I'm going to put the book up there so you can see what it looks like. It's got ginger presses on it. And Yin Yang, go get it. She gave me two books. Three, actually. One the first time. And two the second time. When I was a child, she says. Now, I am giving you morsels of a thought of wisdom every day because, as the fortune cookie said, wisdom is knowing the right thing to do. Knowing the right thing to do is a part of wisdom, that is. And then the actual doing of it is called virtue. And I'd love to bring more virtue into the world with my little show. Okay, so launch on the back cover. How to Take Your Business to New Heights. I wish I had read this book 20 years ago, says Joan Poulahan, CFDS. Two L's. Carla Williams, Realtor, Remax Premier, says, if this book doesn't motivate you to succeed, nothing will. Jen Plessis tells and shows us how to get it done now. You'll walk away from this book with a renewed sense of purpose and an explosive amount of excitement and encouragement to propel yourself to the next level. That's by Eric Janetzko. Janetzko. Janeczko. Maximum Acceleration Head Coach. The next one is by Tony Thompson, CMB, founder and CEO of NAMMBA. This is a must-read for all sales professionals. Now, I want to say we all need to learn how to be leaders, and we all need to be able to sell ourselves at the very least. Okay, so since I have been working with Jen, my business has increased, my relationships have gone deeper, I work less, and I have more clarity in what I am doing. She cares, she is brilliant, she is completely 100% awesome, says Paul Olbrands, Olbrantz, loan advisor. And she says, when I was a child, my destiny was most certainly not pointed towards success. I was an only child until I was 13, with parents who fought nearly every day of my childhood. My mother and father worked all the time, but we were still poor and isolated. In contrast, my uncles were and still are multimillionaires and totally focused on growing their wealth. My uncles had nicknames for all 37 of the first cousins in my generation. To this day, I doubt they realized the profound impact they had on me by tagging me with the nickname Jenny Who Ain't Got a Penny. Can you imagine? Here I was, the poor, lonely, only child of the lowest family on the totem pole, and tagged with a nickname that really cut deep. I kept a penny in my shoe to show them that in fact I did have a penny. It was a small thing, but it helps me feel better about my life. I realized at a young age that failure isn't always about the person. It can simply be about their situation. I resolved to show all of them that I wasn't going to repeat history. I was going to do whatever it took to be successful and perfect in everything. And now it's time to share my experiences and knowledge with you to spark or respark your practice and help you reach heights that you haven't imagined before now. It's time to stop talking and take action. It's time to launch. Jennifer began her long career in mortgage lending while in high school and continued to work through college. She studied architectural design and construction at Colorado State University. In the last 30 plus years, she has been a delegated underwriter for the FHA, Veterans Administration, and both Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. She has held management positions from district manager to executive vice president, national sales manager. For the past 16 years, she has been the principal of the Kearney Lending Team, KIRNEY, holding the title of HCIC, head chick in charge. Jennifer has been featured in such publications as the Wall Street Journal and the Washington Post, and on Good Morning America, Sirius XM Radio, and Federal News Radio, and has had speaking engagements at the George Washington University Mastermind Summit, Mortgage Star, Lenders One, and Originator Connect, as well as several conferences and business organizations nationally. She has been named in the top 200 loan originators in the U.S. in 2012 and in the top 1% of originators for many years. She is also the founder and CEO of Kinetic Spark Consulting, Black Oak Group, and Black Fox Investments. I feel like I've heard of them before. Kinetic Spark Counseling LLC evolved from Jen's desire to help others in her industry, as well as real estate agents, small business owners, and executives by offering and developing educational training, consulting, and coaching. She has helped numerous clients achieve their personal, professional, and management goals. Jen is a highly sought after speaker and is a member of the National Speakers Association. In her workshops and training sessions, Jen shares strategies she has applied in reaching her goals every year while maintaining a balanced lifestyle. Jen advises and guides her clients based on personal goals and abilities, and she shows others how to realize financial goals through systems, structure, implementation, and goal setting through her own experiences. Yin Yang, go get it. Okay to read for morsels of a thought. Dedication. Brian Duplessis. From Sandy to Danny. Thank you for being my rock and supporting me unconditionally. I'm sure there's more to say about one's husband, but for me, you have always allowed my career to be the front runner. I feel it takes a strong man to be behind a woman, but even a stronger man to stand behind an even stronger woman. Thank you for always working on the Jen project, carrying my bags, running security, and driving the car. Dave H. Stevens, my manager over 20 years ago, you had such an impact on my career. You are such a positive personality, a forward thinker, and a great presenter. I learned most of what I know from you. You've always been the one who would hear me out when I was making major decisions, who supported me, and who laughed with me about the crazy things we did way back when we were in business, both in our late 20s and early 30s. Testimonials. Joan Coulihan. Oh, wait. Hold on. I think it's on the back. I read these already on the back of the cover. Oh, goodness gracious. Mascot Books. www.mascotbooks.com. Launch How to Take Your Business to New Heights. Copyright 2017 Jennifer Du Plessis. All rights reserved. No part of this publication may be reproduced, stored in a retrieval system, or transmitted in any form by any means, electronic, mechanical, or photocopying, recording, or otherwise, without the permission of the author. I have that. For more information, please contact Mascot Books. 560 Herndon Parkway, number 120, Herndon, Virginia, 20170. info@mascotbooks.com. Library of Congress control number, this is so simple, 2017 909 566. CPSIA code PBANG0817A. ISBN 9781684012237. Printed in the United States. Launch How to Take Your Business to New Heights. Jen Du Plessis, America's Mortgage Mentor. Forward by Michael J. Mayer, The 7 Levels of Communication. And here's the forward by Michael J. Mayer. You are a catalyst. You are special. You are making a difference. You are making an impact. You get a chance and a choice every day to be a negative or positive influence on those around you. Like Morsels of a Thought wants to be a show that brings eventually more virtue by bringing you morsels of a thought of wisdom from other people, quotes or books, and myself. And then, of course, knowing the right thing to do is wisdom. Okay, so Michael J. Mayer continued. Chumps, chimps, and champs. I've told my son that in every situation he can choose to be one of 3 people. He can be a chump, a chimp, or a champ. Chumps are negative leaders, people who seek trouble and seek to have others get in trouble with them. Rather than choosing the right thing to do, they choose to be a nuisance, be a naysayer, or break the rules, perhaps even break the law. They convince others to follow along in the spirit of let's have some fun, or lighten up, or they deserve it. Those who follow are the chimps. I have an example. Yin Yang has an example. There's a doctor out there somewhere that actually, when he was a teenager, got caught with his friend burglarizing a house. And when I was little, I met this guy. I was told to go to his room and have him entertain me. And I saw his things. But I asked him a deadly question for our friendship. I said, "You didn't steal those, did you?" And then he just slumped over and said, "No, I didn't. I want you to go back to my parents." In other words, he didn't want to be my guest. He didn't want me to be his guest anymore. Later, I found out he's a surgeon and he is in the Bay Area, in the South Bay, doing kind things for good people. He is doing so much charity work. So somebody can be reformed. Even evil can be reformed. Stupidity can't be reformed, but evil can be. Remember Greeks saying, against stupidity, the gods are helpless? Back to Michael J. Mayer. The chimps merely follow. They mimic the leader's words, behaviors, and actions, in many cases without thinking about it, in a desperate need to fit in or wanting to be part of a group, any group. The chimps are not old enough, mature enough, or strong enough to lead, so they must follow. If you're going to be a chimp, which we all need to do at some point in our lives, we need to follow positive leaders. These are the champs. Champs are positive leaders. They choose to help, to serve, to do good, and to do well. So this guy was a chimp or a chump in the past. Now he's a champ. A champ. He's been a champ for many, many, many years. He's actually pretty old now. Anyway, but that's because I'm pretty old too. Champs are positive leaders. They choose to help, to serve, to do good, and to do well. When others are choosing to go down the path of drugs, alcohol, or even just making fun of another, the champ chooses the right path. walks away, brings others, and chooses to do the right thing. Yay! In some cases, my son has been the chump. In others, the chimp. Luckily, as he learns, grows, and matures, he is choosing the way of the champ more often than the others. Be a champ. Learn from champs. Jennifer Duplessis could have very easily gone down the path of the chump. I can't wait for you to read her story. All the limiting beliefs you may harbor will be released. In the absence of a lot of positive mentors, many choose the path of being champs. I mean, Many choose the path of being chimps following chumps. It's the easy thing to do. Poverty, alcoholism, gender, all are ready excuses for going down the path of the chump or chimp. But instead, Jennifer chose to be a champ. And like all champs, she is willing to share her wisdom. It's a system. Jennifer leads you down a path of excellence, from your management of time and energy to exactly what to do to produce amazing numbers in sales. She explains every step in vivid detail while also relating stories from her career as one of the top producing salespeople in the history of mortgages. I probably won't have any stories to compete with her. No. I don't think so. I've always said SYSTEM is an acronym for Saving You Stress, Time, Energy, and Money. And within these pages, Jennifer gives you strategies, systems, and processes to save you stress, time, energy, and money. System, SYSTEM. You'll love her segments on learning, earning, and returning, and defining your role as finder, minder, or grinder. You will repeatedly refer to this book as a resource written to help people. Accomplishing the monumental task of writing and finishing a book is something to admire. Those who make it happen dedicate countless hours writing, editing, thinking, rethinking through the reader's minds, yes, 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 and planning the layout of the book. Yes, yes, yes. It is like raising a child from birth through their teenage years. Trust me, there are tears, yelling, and frustration with the book writing process. When it is finished, it is much like sending your only child to college. You've done all you can. Now your child, quote unquote, is off to the real world, quote unquote, a world full of chumps and chimps. Something you've poured your heart and soul into is now open to feedback, criticism, and one-star reviews. As authors, we need to remember that the book was not written to please people. It was written to help people. Jennifer Duplessis has given you the roadmap and the blueprint to better your business. She has given you the plan and the program to be a champ, the path of champions. Are you ready to take the first step? Now, Michael J. Marr, M.A.H.E.R., is the best-selling author of 7L, the 7 levels of communication go from relationships to referrals, and co-author of The Miracle Morning for Real Estate Agents. The CEO of ReferCo, REFERCO, the world's foremost authority on business referrals. Michael is also known as North America's most referred real estate professional. He is the proud father and founder of Generosity Generation. You can learn more at referco.com or thebookonreferrals.com. Table of contents. Okay, so there will be an introduction, goals, plans, systems, time is of the essence, finder, minder, grinder, and what happens next. Chapter 1, Part 1. Jen Duplessis says, why this book? The big idea. This book offers tools, advice, strategies, and inspiration from my experience to help you spark growth in your mortgage practice. Do the stuff to get the results. Jen Duplessis. Chapter 1. There will be several parts to it. Section 1, Introduction. Can you see that? I don't know. You may or may not be able to see it. I'm going to try to. There you go. I think you can see it. There you go. And chapter 1, segment 1. I can see that. It's a nice book. I love how it's so hard copy, hardcover. I want you to be fabulously successful in the mortgage lending industry. No, scratch that. I want you to be successful beyond your wildest dreams, whether in business or your personal life, using mortgage lending as the stepping stone to get there. Hmm. Believe me when I say that tremendous success is possible. You can do it. This book is about tools, advice, strategies, and especially inspiration to spark growth in your practice. It is my hope that each and every one of you will use what you read in this book to boost your practice to new heights. I'm so excited to help you achieve your dreams. I wish I could talk one-on-one with you so you could feel the excitement in my voice and see the excitement in my eyes when I talk about how to ignite your practice. But since I'll probably never get around to personally visiting every one of you, I hope you will feel my excitement through these printed words. I've been teaching, training, coaching, and speaking for many years. Hold on a second. Sharing and helping people reach for their dreams is a driving force in my life. But something that has been missing is sharing my experiences on a broader scale. My greatest hope for this book is to get my message out to you so you believe in yourself. I really want to see people stay in this business for a long, long time. I've seen scores of people come and go. What I want for you is a career in this business, not just a job. It's the difference between being in the business for 1 year at a time for 30 years and being in the business for 30 years and seeing your business grow and grow every year. That's the place I hope I can get you to. The experiences and ideas I share in this book are for you. If you're just getting into the business, this book is also for you if you're struggling and you need some help and tips to get you over that hump. And this book is also for you if you're a seasoned professional just like me and want some golden nuggets or extra ideas to keep your momentum going. So now we have just read page 1. Next week, we will read starting on page 2, which is still why this book. Launch. And launch. So, this is a good book cover. And I love this. Anyway, so, okay. I'll see you later. Talk to you then. Okay. Old Kinderhook. Goodbye.